Today I'm filming a video all about Southern Virginia University, the school that I attend. I love SVU and I know how useful it is to have as much information as you can about a school before you make the decision, or even after you've made the decision and want to know as much as you can, just to be as prepared as possible. So whether you're an incoming freshman or just somebody looking for more information on SVU, I hope this video helps you. It's been a dream of mine to be the person to give advice and tips, because there weren't any videos like this really when I wanted to come here, so I'm happy to provide the content for you guys. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @RileyReal. I post all about my college life. I keep you guys updated, so if you want to check that out, it's always linked in the description. My freshman year was the COVID year, so just keep that in mind. I have to keep that in mind as well, because despite the fact that I love SVU and my experience here my freshman year, it wasn't like a normal experience, so I'm excited to experience real SVU this year. Do you take spiritual classes there? There is an institute program here. That's something that I was really looking for in the college that I attended. I wanted whatever college I went to have a very strong institute program. SVU definitely has that, and it's also awesome because you can take institute courses, which are like religion classes. You get credits for taking the religion classes for actually the SVU, but also you get to take institute classes. So they're not required, but they are available and I love them. The teachers here are so good. I'm actually on the Institute Council. That's my calling in church and I love it. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited for all the activities and the classes and everything, so it's great. I love Institute. Religion classes, Institute classes are awesome, but they aren't required, so you can take them if you want, but you don't have to, but I recommend it because they're awesome. I'm seeing a lot of questions about it being like a church school or like an LDS school. It's not run by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's a private school, but it is aligned with the values of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So we have an honor code. There are non-members and members that go here. It's not as strict of a school as BYU is. I love that it's aligned with the church, and 9 out of 10 students, so I guess 90% of the student body is Latter-day Saint, but there are quite a few non-members as well. And everyone's welcome here. It's an awesome school. What courses is SVU known for? I don't know all the stats, but it's so personalized here. It's amazing. You're gonna get one-on-one attention from teachers. It's just awesome because then you have that personalized education even if you're taking really hard classes. These are all the majors that SVU offers currently. Isn't a ton. That's one drawback to SVU. If you're looking for specific engineering of this kind, it's probably not gonna have that, but if you're looking for something pretty universal, then they'll most likely have that. Is it expensive? Honestly, okay, is it expensive? Yes, it's expensive, but I feel like all colleges are expensive. And for a private university, I think the pricing is on the lower side actually. So I'll put the tuition here. This is the tuition per semester, and then they offer tons of scholarships. I've been meaning to say this in a video. If you come to SVU, or if you're looking to come to SVU, one scholarship that they do is a referral scholarship. So if you're hearing about SVU from me, or you've gotten a lot of your information from me, then you could put me as your referral, and then you will get $1,000 off your tuition, and I will get $1,000 off my tuition. So it's a pretty awesome scholarship that's really cool. So if you want to do that, then you're always welcome to put me as your referral and we can both benefit, you know what I'm saying? SVU also offers music scholarships and art and design scholarships, so even if you're not majoring in those specific areas, you can still try out for a scholarship. So when I got into SVU, they actually awarded me an academic scholarship. I think that's just based off of your high school grades. Welcome to SVU, we're glad you got in, here's a scholarship for you. Then they also do sibling scholarships, so once Allison comes here, we'll get a scholarship for being siblings that go here. So they have lots of different opportunities to get money off college. Definitely recommend looking into those. And again, referral scholarship, baby, you and me, let's do it. How is the food there? Main dining area is the caf, which sounds kind of weird. I know when I first got here and heard people say that, I was like, that's weird, I'm never gonna say that. And then here I am, the calf. It's pretty good. I really liked Dorado when I first got here, which is like the Mexican food. And then I also really liked the world cuisine. That was probably my favorite out of the 3 in the dining hall area because they had like German Day and Chinese Day and stuff. So they had really good food. I love the Garden Place and Fresh Market. They're all pretty good. It's just once you eat the same thing over and over again, it's just never as good as it was the first time. So it's good, but I prefer to make my own food. So that's why I'm living somewhere with a kitchen this year. I heard it's out in the middle of nowhere. Is that true? Yeah, that's pretty much true. There was also a question about the difference between SVU and BV. SVU is located in Buena Vista, Virginia. I like saying Buena Vista, but the locals say Buna, so that is what I'm gonna say. It's a really small town. It's smaller than the town I grew up in, but it is close to Lexington, which is a little bit bigger and has a little bit more to do. It's nice when you have friends with cars so that you can go do things in Lexington or drive to like Roanoke or Lynchburg. I'm excited for all the activities they're gonna have on campus because there's gonna be a ton this semester, and so there is gonna be a lot to do on campus. Don't worry about it. Honestly, I didn't mind not like having tons of like shopping or things to do right here. Like I had plenty of fun with my friends. If you come here, you'll learn about cookout shakes. There is bridge jumping that we go do in the summer. It's just fun to hang out with your friends too. Like you'll find stuff to do. It's fun. I promise. I'm gonna do a little crash course in living situations that are here at SVU. So number 1 is the Lofts, and that's on top of the hill. You have to go up the stairs. You know if you've seen my videos. There's a boy side and a girl side, 3 different floors. I lived on the 2nd floor. 4 people per room, no kitchen, but you get your own bathroom and it's very spacious. Carriage is like right on campus. It's right next to Roby, and it's an all-girls dorm that has communal bathrooms. I haven't really actually ever been like in the dorm rooms, but I don't know. They're just better places to live in my opinion. Roby, which is the boys dorm. If you're a boy watching this video, all my guy friends stayed in Roby and they really liked it. I recommend Roby if you're a boy that needs to live on campus. Hopefully you'll have a fun group of people and pretty good setup from what I've heard, so yeah. I'd recommend Roby for you. For apartment living, there's Library Mods, which is like 10 people per house. It's pretty big though. They have a kitchen and I think 2 people per room maybe or something, but they have a living room and everything. Carriage is like kind of off campus, like it's a bit of a walk, like maybe 10-ish minutes, but that's nice. I honestly haven't like been to Carriage very much. I think it's pretty nice though from what I've seen. Like they have a kitchen and rooms and stuff and 2 floors. Walnut is like in the middle of campus. That's actually where I wanted to live my first year. 3 rooms, 2 people in each. And those are really spacious and I really like the setup of those, and they have a kitchen and everything. That's kind of a rundown on each of the places. You can go on their website and find more information, and I'm sure I put up like pictures and stuff of what they look like. For my personal ranking of if I could go back and do it again where I would live, Walnut, Lofts, Carriage, Library Mods, Creighton. And then if you can live off campus, like once you get to that point, I definitely recommend it. Also, if you can like somehow Jimmy rig it so that 2nd semester you don't have to live on campus, I would Jimmy rig that too. Are there a lot of members of the church there, like YSA, which stands for Young Single Adults? Yeah, the YSA wards, I think we have 8 YSA wards here, which is awesome. You can go on the SVU website and look at which ward you'll be in based on where you live. I think I'm gonna be in the 5th ward this fall, so the 5th ward is River Crossing and Walnut. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. But yeah, the YSA here is awesome, and then the Institute program is awesome too. I'm so excited to have like stake dances and stake activities and Institute activities. It's just, it's gonna be so good, guys. How cold can it get? It can get really cold here. Like it's snowy and wet and freezing in the winter, so just be ready for that. Also, be ready for the humidity. If you're from out west, it hits you like a brick, but a lot of people from out west actually really like the humidity. I've never been out west during the summer, so I don't really know the difference, but a lot of people say that they like the humidity a lot more, and a lot of people say that they don't like it. So you're just gonna have to come out and visit and see what you like. How hard is it to get in? It's actually, I would say it's on the easier side to get into, just because like at this point of the school, they're just kind of trying to gather people together. You can look at the requirements online. I'll just leave a link to the website down below. For reference, I think I got like a 23 on my ACT, which is not very good. Yeah, I think I got a 23. Yikes. It's fine. I don't really care. I got in the school I wanted to get into. I wasn't trying to go to Harvard or anything. Just do your best in school. Try to get your high score on the ACT. Write some good essays and get good references and you'll be set. This person asked what the professors are like. So I absolutely love the professors here. The thing about SVU and the professors at SVU is that they want you to succeed. They're willing to work with you, and the classrooms are so small that you get such one-on-one attention. It's just amazing. A lot of times you just end up being friends with your professors, which is awesome, and you can't really say that at bigger universities where it's like you're in the middle of like thousands of people and they don't even know your name, you know? Like that just is intimidating to me, and I just really like being able to walk on campus and see my professor and be like, hey, how are you doing? You know, how's the kids? I actually haven't ever said that before, but you know what I mean? It's like that kind of vibe. Was it hard to find your classes? For incoming freshmen, I'm pretty sure the registrar just gives you a schedule and you can ask them to add on classes. So for example, I added on microeconomics to my schedule, took 18 credits my first semester. It honestly wasn't that bad. You can adjust it a little bit after they make you your schedule, but it's helpful because they kind of know exactly what you need to take your freshman year. I would also recommend going online and getting your major requirement checklist and your minor requirement checklist if you're doing a minor. It's just really helpful because then you can plan out your own like schedule for the next 4 years and you know exactly what classes you have to take. When it comes to finding the classes on campus, I would just talk to someone, honestly. Everybody here is so nice and like wants to help you. So like if you don't know where a class is, then seriously just ask somebody. If you guys want me to like walk around the campus of SVU and like actually show you the buildings and like what classes are in each, I am totally down to do that. So just let me know. Is Mark going to be there? Mark Stapley. Volleyball Mark. Nope, he graduated. He's a great guy. What a guy, Mark Stapley. I was so intimidated by him at first because he's very, very handsome. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of other handsome men here though, so don't you worry. When I first got here, I was like, you're kidding me. You are absolutely... There's so many handsome boys. When it comes to housing and roommates, they'll send you like an email or something telling you when housing is open, and then you can go like fill out an application for where you want to live. And then for roommates, SVU doesn't set up a freshman page that you go talk to your incoming class with. I know my year, somebody just made one like on Instagram and like people would post things. I would just look people up honestly and try to find people who are gonna be like maybe playing your sport. Look at their Instagram, see if they look cool, if you vibe with them, and then DM them and be like, hey, I need a roommate. Do you want to be my roommate? How many hours do you usually spend studying / doing homework per day? Probably a couple hours, but it just depends on what I have to do that week. As I'm going through my classes, I just try to be doing my homework in between all of them. Like by the end of the day, I just try to get done with everything that I possibly can. I always try to have my assignment that's due the next day done. Like I don't wait to do my assignments on the day that they're due because that's just way too stressful. Like I can procrastinate, but only to a certain extent, and that is to like the day before. But if it's the day before, it's gotta get done. Someone asked if it's an arts school. It's not an art school, it's a liberal arts school. So that means there are certain core classes that you have to take that are more focused to like forming you into a fully formed human being versus just like, here's this class, your major. We take like a logic class, writing classes, and literature classes. Like that's very normal for me because I went to a very small classical private school and that was what we were all about. Can we go there even if we're not a member of the church? Yes, you can. Anyone who wants to come to SVU can come here. Is it worth the price compared to BYU? BYU is like number 3 on my list of 3 schools that I was considering. That's my personal opinion, so honestly, you should make like a pros and cons list to each of them if you're like heavily considering SVU and BYU. Just figure out what's most important to you and then try to pick the school that fits whatever you want the most. How are the singles wards? Okay, I'm excited to experience like a true singles ward because last year with COVID was just, it just sucked. So I'm excited to experience a ward with everybody in it. I've been here over the summer and it's been super fun so far, just seeing what it's gonna be like because we don't have to wear masks or do any of that anymore. So I think they're gonna be awesome now that everything's kind of back to normal. What kind of sports do they have here? On the screen right now, I will put all the sports that SVU offers. SVU is an NCAA Division III university. What kind kinds of things do you need for classes? So you need books depending on what class it is. I would recommend getting e-textbooks though. It's just so much easier because we have iPads. I would love to do a back to school supplies haul, but I literally don't use anything other than my iPad. In case you don't know, SVU is an Apple distinguished school, so all of their students get iPads, AirPods, and Apple Pencils. It just comes with your tuition. It's just like part of being a student here, which is awesome. Like their iPads get integrated into the classrooms because teachers have them, and you just can do all your homework on there, and it's literally the best. If you're going to college and you're getting something for school and you're not coming here, I still recommend you get an iPad because they're so awesome. Are they getting the M1 iPad Pros this year or the same ones as last year? I'm pretty sure they just give the new students the newest version of the iPad, so whatever the newest one is, and it's going to be the smaller size. Last year we got the 11-inch iPad Pros. How many people attend SVU? There are about 1,200 students right now. I had a graduating high school class of 3 people, so anything is big to me, but it is growing every single year, and I love the environment that I love it. I love SVU. I love having a small school, like just walking on campus and seeing people that you know and saying hello. Like I love it. How did you make the dance team? So I filled out a recruitment form, and then I was sent like videos that I had to try out for, but that was under the older dance coach. So I'm not exactly sure what the process is now for new incoming recruits, but you can definitely fill out the form and just get all the information and see what it would require you to do. To get accepted at SVU, do I need to play a sport? No, you do not. That's one of the opportunities here that I love. SVU is awesome because you can just do so many things. Like everything that you love to do, you can practically do. So like if you play a sport and you're not like amazing at it, like you could still potentially have an opportunity to do it, because that's how I am with dance. Like I didn't grow up dancing, but I still made the team. I still have this amazing opportunity to be a part of it. Same thing with choir. Like I love to sing, and I get to be in a college choir. Like it's just awesome. What is your major? I am a business major, and I'm gonna try to take like more elective classes that are focused in like marketing and digital marketing, because YouTube, you know, this is kind of the direction I'm headed. And then I will be minoring in graphic design. I have 2 more questions, so this one just made me laugh. You have to supply your own toilet paper in the lofts. My roommates and I literally, like, we loved each other, but we did fight about one thing, and that was the toilet paper, because we ran out so fast, and I don't know how we did it. In the lofts, they provide you with like one of those huge rolls of toilet paper. We would go through that in like 3 days, dude, with like 3 girls. I do not know how we did that, but if I were you, I would see how you do with that one, and if you need to, then buy extra toilet paper. We definitely did. It was kind of a struggle, but there it is. The last question I'm gonna answer is, who are your roommates for sophomore year? There were some questions on here about Sophie. So Sophie is going to be staying at BYU Provo. She went to summer semester there and was trying to decide whether or not she's gonna come back to SVU or stay at BYU. She's made her decision to stay at BYU. I'm so excited for her. I've seen her pictures on Instagram, and it seems like she's just having a blast. So I'm excited for her to be somewhere where she loves and like is having a great time. But I am sad that she's not gonna be living with us. There are 4 people who live in the river crossing apartments, depending on like the room setup you have. So we have 2 people per room. I'm gonna be rooming with a girl named Emma, and she is gonna be here I think August 13th. She's on the women's volleyball team, and I think she's a junior too, so like a year older than me. And then in the other room, Maddie and Ashley are gonna be sharing a room. If you've watched any of my videos, you know Maddie and Ashley. It's just gonna be so good. This apartment is gonna be the best, and I just can't wait to have everyone back. So I hope this video was helpful to any of you who are looking into coming to SVU or who are coming to SVU and just need a little more information. Again, just let me know down below if you want like a tour of everything. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.